Yo, what's going on, guys? We're going to continue the playoffs, and we're starting off with Atlanta, or Green Bay at Atlanta. So let's get it started.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today, there's going to be a pair of wide receivers looking to make big plays on the field. It's Nelson's Packers going up against Jones's Falcons. So with that, we'll send you out to the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, home of the Dirty Birds, where we bring in the two men who will call the action. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
Well, there's a new building set to open adjacent to us to the south, but for now, they're still playing football at the Georgia Dome, and that's where we are located here in downtown Atlanta. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. And we say hi again, everybody. Brandon Gaudin here as we count down to kickoff. I turn to my partner, that's Charles Davis. And Charles, Larry pointed out in the open, we've got a pretty good matchup of wide receivers here this afternoon, don't we?
And those guys have such a big impact on the game nowadays. We know it's a throwing game, but the guys who can go up and get it, the guys who can break tackles after the catch and make bigger plays, oh yeah, they love spotlight as well. They want the football, they want the attention.
Here come the Green Bay Packers on offense, led by Aaron Rodgers, and it just seems like yesterday that this crew was 4-6, and that's changed.
Oh boy, has it ever. It's changed in a big way. And you know, when they were 4-6 and all that panic was around the team and its fans, remember Aaron didn't say relax, right? All he said was, I do believe we can win the rest of our games. I'm not sure how many people believed him. They think it can happen now.
Sorry for the ad on the music.
They'll run here. This is James Starks. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And on the tackle, Jonathan Babineau. Here's the offensive unit coming out onto the field in just a moment. Randall Cobb, very good at wideout. Went to college to be a quarterback. Discovered his talents couldn't be limited to one position. He's a 1,000-yard receiver every year for his quarterback. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He's got time. And Cook has it left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Jonathan Babineau's a defensive tackle, knows how to get upfield and spill plays in the backfield.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Surveying the field. And he's
Let's go.
And driven down. Jarrett with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now the second-year man for Buffalo, Jake Shum, on to punt. Back deep for the Falcons is Eric Weems.
Yeah, let's get it.
Taken in at the 22. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. And out comes Matt Ryan, ready to lead Atlanta. And the Falcons in Week 15, they were facing a defense that has struggled this year, the 49ers, and they dominated, putting up 41 points. Matt Ryan threw a couple of touchdown passes. You called that game, and this is a guy that you say, not only having a great year, but a good guy to talk to in the production meetings, isn't he?
He's fantastic. Everything about Matt Ryan, because he gets that we have a job to do. He loves football.
Oh, my God.
He's not giving away any state secrets. He's smarter than that. But he also is going to take his time and think about his answers and try and give you something. I really like that about him. What I like even better is his game. 32 touchdown passes this year against 7 interceptions through Week 15.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And a man, as we look at the starters now, a man who really has earned us talking about him in the booth, Julio Jones.
He's a 1,000-yard receiver each and every year. So sleek, so wonderful. I call him Secretariat.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd down now after the pass completion. Now Ryan on 2nd down.
Oh, wow.
Incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended
Drop
target.
pass,
And
why
it's
don't
3rd
you?
down. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Clay Matthews is an absolute force. Multiple Pro
first
Bowls
down,
as an
drop
outside linebacker. He can swing inside and create the same havoc.
Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. To throw again is Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Pass interference made him change his
Maybe
route.
just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good.
3-0.
Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like in the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. He's got time in the pocket. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Fresh set of downs here. Now starts. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Old school defensive tackle play dictated just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. If a guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past him, get upfield and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
They'll come out in the pistol. Rodgers to throw on second down. Finding time. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Two receivers left, one to the right.
I see.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
Oh,
And that goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely
what's up,
normally
BJ?
catches.
I
Fourth
think I
down.
can say what's up already.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's Jacob Shum now.
It's the second punt for Green Bay.
He'd take a repeat of his first.
Let's see what they got.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and
Hopefully
that's what
they don't
they're
get a
thinking,
pass
and I believe that's
Julio
exactly
here,
what
they
they're
just
thinking
go
as we
right
get
to
this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's
Julio.
get a footy.
Not one that I've ever met.
Now, week 15, Julio Jones sat out for the second straight game, so hoping to get him back. They need him back if they're going to make a playoff run.
Yeah, because he eats up everything outside in terms of attention, yardage, catches, you name it. But he's one of the most unselfish wide receivers you'll ever meet. Dan Quinn, his head coach, told me that in any game that he's coached in, there's only one time that Julio has asked for the football, and that's a 3rd and 18 play, and he did it just like it was a movie. I'll pick it up. And he got it. So he's that type of a player, but the rest of the time, very quiet, unassuming.
The field goal that I
Just a
made
lone
is kind of
field
sketchy.
goal in this first
It's like
quarter of play.
43-yard field
3-0
goal.
is our score.
It barely
We're back
made it.
to Atlanta in
Like,
just a moment. This is the
barely went through it.
NFL, and you're watching
I don't
EA
really like it.
Sports.
Wish I could have kicked it better.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the
Well,
Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Looks Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Here's Ryan.
Let's go.
It's caught. Jones.
Good pass to Julio.
Down at about the 38.
Julio Jones.
17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football,
Came up
where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Throw the Marco out there. Hopefully find Sanu. And we do find Sanu. And
the collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second.
Sanu was open right.
All right, as we sit here right now, let's look after Week 15 teams that are in. Seahawks clinching NFC West, NFC East Cowboys in, AFC West Raiders, and then, of course, the Patriots out of the AFC East. Who do you like?
I tell you what, it's still hard for me to go against the Patriots, even though we know that Gronk won't play throughout the playoffs. They know how to
my
adjust
gosh,
better
I
than
didn't
any
break
team
it in
in
time.
football. But Dallas, I know people want to find a way to knock
Broke
them
that in
out of this
time.
deal.
Probably would have been
I
first.
think the youth will be served for Dallas. And what Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott are giving them, I think the rest of the team is feeding off of it.
One team I didn't mention maybe that could make some noise. Who?
I would say Green Bay, because they still have a chance to win the NFC North in a showdown possibly with Detroit in the final week of the season. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look.
This should be interesting.
On 3rd down, Ryan.
Indeed it was.
Deep left side here.
Wow.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact.
Wow.
Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator,
You know, you would have thought he would have stayed on Hardy, but no, he dropped off Hardy.
plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays.
I would have passed it.
And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Get that. No. Let's go! That was incredible. That 1 yard line punt. Let's go.
Well, trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
Got him back up on the 1 yard line. What are they gonna do now? What are they gonna do now?
With the game this close,
They got to run it.
there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll begin the drive on the ground to start.
Oh, wow.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line.
Yeah, run right by him, I guess.
And that'll make it 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing up.
That's a flag on them. Let's hold it. Back it up 5 yards.
2nd down break.
Holding. Offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers.
Nah, he down. He didn't get that. That's what I thought. He didn't get that.
And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Every time we talk with a defensive coordinator, they discuss
Rodgers was
taking
almost in
away
trouble
the
there.
best options an offense has going into a game. And I would think that Jordy Nelson would represent one of those options you need to take away. And what did he do against Chicago? Late in the game, it's on the line, and he goes big, 60-yard play on a 3rd and 11.
And what does a
Oh, let's go.
for this Packers offense?
He does everything for this Packers offense. Before, we always talked about his ability to stretch
Rodgers
deep,
was almost
stretch them
screwed.
deep. Now we're talking about his ability to do that and catch all the underneath stuff. Be that #1 receiver that opens up the field for all the rest of them.
Here's Jacob Shum now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Let's take it at around the 40.
What?
It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48.
He's going to come off his block and make it back.
And the offense will come
One on.
back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready ready to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Brian,
13 yards there on the pickup, and that leads to an Atlanta first down.
I don't remember.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz it, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be second down. Time to step aside. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever.
Thank you. Good compliment.
Now Ryan on second down. He's gonna
that's it. That's it. That's it. What? Oh, wow. 1 yard line interception, really?
And a big turnover there as
That
his
made no
guys
sense.
will get the football back.
Nah, but I do appreciate the
skills
compliment.
right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't
Pretty
tell
much
you how
chill.
many guys
Unless
look to run with the football
you weren't here
before they
back in
do
my
something. So that's a nice job of
COD
focusing on the
days,
task
dude.
at
Like,
hand and coming
that was
away with the
insane.
interception.
I wasn't chill back then. It was pretty
The
intense.
Packer offense now ready to
I think
get
I still
back
have some
on the
videos
field.
from then.
And still no points on the scoreboard. You're
But,
coming off of the 3 and out.
I don't have any from
They're just
Advanced
looking for
Warfare.
anything to
My
grab
Advanced
onto right
Warfare
now.
days, that was
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to
I've
the
never
quarterback,
yelled
but
so loud
sometimes it's
in my
another
life.
player on the team, a star, a
Never
veteran,
got so angry.
someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Get out. Get out.
And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second
I just like
down.
how the Packers
And that's frustrating
offensive
for the
line
defense because
decides
they
to
got
block
them down deep, and on
on
the
run
first
plays
play,
only.
they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target on schedule. They were after that run.
And incomplete there. A nice
Rodgers getting
hit. Yards
destroyed
to
right now.
3 and brings up third down. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
No, that's it.
And now
What the
whistles and a
heck,
flag,
dude?
And I think we got a jump here.
Wow. Freaking retard.
Third down and 1.
Let's see.
One
They're not
receiver
gonna run it.
left,
They're actually
3
gonna
to the
pass.
right. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1.
Out.
And this is gonna
Turnover.
be
What?
incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended
Oh wait,
receiver,
4th and 1. That's
and it's
right.
4th down.
I was tripping. My bad. My
Frustrating
bad.
first half here offensively.
Made no
They
sense. I was gonna
continue there
say.
with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Let's get that. Get that. Get that. Get that.
Fielded at about the 28.
Oh, dirty spin move.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here now come the Falcons. And following the interception,
trying to
just
get the
any
score now.
interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
Wow.
just go ahead and be loose with the football
Blitz
again.
was too
You're trying
strong.
to take care of it. but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Charles, I have to bring up something you told me about last week. You have to find hidden talents with a lot of these guys in the NFL. And Baltimore kicker Justin Tucker, he's a heck of an opera singer. He's very good at singing some holiday tunes, isn't he?
He certainly is, and when he sings, he captivates you. I've actually seen him on video
but that makes,
in the tails, right?
but that makes
he
the
looks
computer
fantastic, but he sounds even better. And not only that, how about what he's done on the field?
Like that song.
10 field goals of 50 yards or more this season, which ties a record.
I just opened up this and play in the background on the streams.
But seriously, go to your favorite search engine. Just put in Justin Tucker Opera. You'll be blown away. On 3rd and 1, Ryan.
That's a first down. That is so gone. It's so gone. Instrumental.
That as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college.
Challenge song it is. It says so gone challenge.
I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, just throw it up to Julio. That's a touchdown.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply
yeah, Julio had him beat. Julio ain't gonna beat him right here. We got 2 people on. He might though. He might though. He might though. Oh, and he, what? What? The troll. The troll, dude. Second pick. I guess he just pulls it out of Julio's hands. Like, that makes no sense. Julio's supposed to be overpowered.
Another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play. And get these guys the football back.
Here's a handoff to start the drive.
Let's go.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it.
Let's go to halftime. I think we get ball at half. I'm not sure. Can't remember.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, LR.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Both the Falcons and Packers have very low rushing totals. It has not been an effective part of either team's game plan. And you wonder if either side will give a more concerted effort to run it in the second half.
This is a neck-to-neck game, honestly.
All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Now 1st and 10, quick pass and completion is made here, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 38-yard line. Falcons would end up throwing a pick on the drive.
How much songs I got until I gotta change it after the next one.
So that'll bring our halftime report to a close. We'll go back now to the Georgia Dome for the start of the 3rd quarter.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Here's Eric Weems now on the return.
Oh, dude, that juke was so slow. I hate the jukes in this game. You literally have to hit them on time.
So out come the Falcons now. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to
I'm trying to get a bigger fan base. I've always tried to get a big fan base when it comes to YouTube, but how much people would be interested in my videos. Shouldn't have to do it.
And they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments.
But look, that was open on the other side.
You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation.
But nah, if we get big enough, we're gonna start doing giveaways and stuff.
Without a doubt.
Honestly, I want to get big enough to where we can do giveaways and stuff. You know, get interactive with people. Oh, Clinton Dix got injured.
Looks like we'll get a timeout if
we got
an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Yeah, it was. Clinton Dix. That's funny. Yeah. know there's a big market, but there's also a big game, you know? I ain't gonna be able to get big enough. I've been doing this since 2009, you know? Been off and on because I don't really get big enough fan base. Nah, I did rack up about 800 views on one live stream I did. That was Black Ops 3. It was like opening day of Black Ops 3. We pulled a 24-hour live stream.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down.
Let's go.
And this one brought in by
It's pretty fun. I raged a lot.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
But that had to be like our best stream.
That route is not called.
The
If you don't have a
24-hour
guy who
one.
can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field,
Oh my gosh.
bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Nah, it's a pick. I knew that. That was a dumb pass. Shouldn't have done that. Should've just ran.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
Maybe you can add
It's the holiday season.
play some games.
Because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
What? No. No, that's not how that works.
It'll go as a gain of 12, and it'll be a Green Bay first down.
Yeah, I mean, I got a Twitter for this.
As it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field.
I ain't really been big since my clan. When I was with my clan, we got big. I think I still have my Twitter, if I'm correct. Yeah, I do still have my Twitter.
So the offense has it first and 10.
91 followers. Like, really? Like I said, that's gonna be a run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They juked him.
No, come on.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Let's see what we got. That's a cover. Let's go. Hit that.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
Oh, he dropped it. Let's go.
He was looking for James Starks out of the backfield, and that'll bring up second down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So second and 10 here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. A run here for Starks.
What?
A nice job getting there after the incompletion, and now they'll look
I don't know
at
why
third
Starks
and
running
two
like he's
coming up.
unstoppable.
This drive is turning into an extended one,
Thank
and
you,
the guy
DJ.
carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
You gonna run? You think you gonna be sneaky on the run?
Again on the ground, again
Okay, he's gonna be. What?
beautiful spin
No.
around the run. And cuts
No,
out right
get
side.
down.
A big gain there
I like how they
on
stumble
31.
for like 10 yards.
37 yards.
That's a big league run. Takes him down inside
Yet
the
to stop
5-yard
Starks.
line, and momentum definitely
Stopped him
on
a
the
little
side
bit,
of the
but-
guys on offense. And if you're an offensive lineman, you love to run the football, especially out in the field where there's some space. But I'll let you know a little bit of a secret. Those
He
guys
gonna run it
love
in. He gonna run it in.
One in for a Packer touchdown. touchdown. James Starks taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Packers have taken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that
Barely
last
got
decisive run to punch it in?
Alright, I will keep it up.
Mason Crosby for the point after.
Bruh.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
He's about to go down right here. About to score. Be up.
So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And the result, a Green Bay score. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25.
I hit spin and he like spins off Bryce and then he like trucks the dude in front of him. Like, that made no sense.
Focus our attention on the Green Bay defense as they head out. And the interception the last time, their third takeaway of the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays. They're looking very good in this ball game.
You said flocking, flying. The football coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost it goes back to the old.
In.
When they click off the
Oh my gosh.
They want to see all 11 defensive guys in that picture.
They're playing some tight covers on these.
It's a great time of year, isn't it? And I know that we've had a blast doing these.
He usually
updates
get
here for
complete
Madden.
passes on this play.
And we certainly hope that you've had a blast receiving them. Now, week 16, we will not have updates for you, but we'll be back for week 17.
We will indeed. I like how you just
Face
popped in
mask?
there right
No?
after the
No face
invitation.
mask?
Happy holidays, very enthusiastic. Now, certainly everybody enjoy the time with friends and family and looking forward to 2017. So completion on second down, that brings up third.
Obviously, this has not been a better game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end.
Oh my gosh, dude.
The interception last drive. There he gets the reliable target.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And it is in.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
Boy, a curious decision to
Ain't
go
nobody
for
open.
it.
They going too deep. Oh, triangle was open. Jeez, dude. He was what? Oh my gosh.
Apparently they weren't
So just
interested
get that.
in playing the field position
Instead,
game. They
no.
have to keep their
Back
offense
myself
out
up
there.
here.
A
Give him
big
my
mistake in
opportunity to
hindsight.
Yeah, that was
tie it up
backfired.
my school.
Hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons.
I'll hold him to the field.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. On second down, here's Rodgers. Complete, Starks on the screen. So the screen good.
I tried getting on that lineman to go pick it, but it wouldn't let me change.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's get it going. Let's get it popping.
Back now in Atlanta. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. 5 yards to gain here on 3rd down. Another pistol look
Drop
here.
that. This should be good. This should be good. We're gonna run it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers.
Leave him wide open in the freaking middle of the field.
It's an 8-yard pickup.
I told y'all to play short, man. Play short.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
Oh my gosh, dude. tight on him, and he doesn't. Comes off of him.
And when your receiver is, say, 6'2" or taller, you get those big body guys. They're made for those fades.
Aaron Rodgers just came back the second half. I gave it to him.
Big body guys, big catch radius. Put the ball up there. Put it up there. Put it up on the top shelf for the kids.
Oh my gosh.
And he'll take this into
Really?
the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. James Starks, his second touchdown of the night. And
Wow.
the Packers add 6
That's all I
to
gotta
their
say is
lead.
wow.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is,
All right, let's see if we can get something
is
here.
contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Should be able to get something.
5 plays there on that drive.
I don't know. Green Bay just decides to step it up and start kicking my ass.
Here's Weems to return. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do. And the chain of
Oh my gosh, that's not where I'm telling you to pass it. I'm leading him. I'm not bulleting you.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
That makes no sense. You lead a pass and it's going straight to him.
Game before, and right now after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down?
I didn't pass it. I let it. It's supposed to go open, but apparently it
Maybe
didn't.
run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Falcons choke.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
So this game
Inside the
is
red
Falcons
zone, but
choking.
only for a couple down to the 19. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
All right, let's try this again.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. This is
What?
catch right side.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And a
You
nice
don't run up
pitch
on
and
him like
catch
you
to
don't
pick
pick
up
it.
the
Why don't you just
reception
pick
against
it?
man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Starts. And finding room to
Dude,
work,
just
he's down
fall.
to the 2-yard
Look at all
line.
that tripping
It'll be a
stuff.
pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big
Our
way.
defense shuts them down the
6,
whole
7,
game, but then
8, 9,
you can't shut them
whatever
down at all.
it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Ain't no
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They come out here in the eye. Now Rodgers throwing us. This will be
Wow.
by Nelson for a Packer touchdown. Jordy Nelson, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And a good
Like,
return is
they're choking.
just shy of
Our
the
defense shuts them down the whole
30-yard
first half. You know, we come out here and they're not even playing. They're
And we
just
put our
chilling.
attention now on the defense for the Packers. They have played a really good game. They're just looking for one final stop here and celebrate this
I
victory.
mean, it's like,
And if you're on offense,
I don't know, Green Bay sucks the whole first half, and then they come out here and
know
it's
that you're not going to win the game,
ridiculous.
but you don't want them to roll over those big on their faces. So you want to come up with something right here, some type of a big play to dent.
Eliminating the freaking
You're trying to not let that dent happen and go home happy. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
I guess I'm going.
Ryan, he's going to let it fly.
What? Dude, there is no way this dude is picking that every day.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking.
Wow, he was behind me too when he got the pick.
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing
This was a close
and a
game.
couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play.
And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 7 yards remaining here on 3rd down.
All right.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Room here to run.
What?
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender is bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
All right, hang on, right before that ends. Let's see who got hurt. He just sprained his elbow. He's fine. Ain't got to move permanently. Well, Packers move on.
Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
Packers. The winner of the Lions and Cowboys. That game's next.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaunt. You've been watching
Up next, Lions at Cowboys.
With that, we say
right
good
here.
night from Atlanta.
Big Cowboys, man. Yeah, now that my team's out of playoffs, I'm going for the Cowboys. Broncos didn't make it, so I'm gonna go for Cowboys. Hope Cowboys win the whole thing, honestly. Honestly. Just putting that out there. Plus, I live in Dallas, so That's one reason why I'm going for
Thought so.
them in the playoffs. Honestly, yeah.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two running backs will take the field today in hopes of leading their team to victory out on that field.
I don't really like
It's the
anybody else
Lions
in the
going up
playoffs.
against the Cowboys. With that,
I know
we'll send
Zeke
it out
about to break
Arlington,
off in this
Texas.
game.
Here's Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and Mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys.
What was
Hi
that?
again,
Why was he
everybody.
talking
I'm
to the
Brandon
camera?
Gordon. To my left, as always,
curious.
he's Charles Davis. And Charles, we saw in the open, we've got a couple of great running backs in this game tonight, each capable.
Why does Dak
of putting a
Prescott
team
look
on his
like he's
back.
stoned
And
in
I'm
this
excited
game?
to talk about the runners, not just the passers who have a big hand and who's going to win this
That should be
game. Both of
MVP.
these guys
He should. He really should. But then again, this is the season of second string quarterbacks. If you look at a lot of teams running on their second string
Dan Bailey
quarterback.
now to put the ball in the air, and we are
nobody's done it better than
underway
Dak.
from AT&T Stadium.
I do agree.
And
He should
that'll
get
carry
it.
over the back
But
line of the end
it's
zone for
whatever.
a touchback.
Zeke's got it. I know David Johnson has Zeke up
and the
already.
comeback king, Matthew Stafford,
Zeke's still
taking the
getting it.
field. Now, was a struggle in Week 15, only put up 6 points in a loss to the Giants. But
And I know
here's what
Murray's
really
on his
separated
tail,
this
too.
stat. 8 fourth-quarter comebacks this year for Stafford, the most by an NFL
Well, was on
quarterback
his
since
tail.
1925.
And did you see that type of season coming for Detroit?
I don't think anybody did.
Yeah, I think people are going to call this an overachieving season for them, and they feel like there's much more left out there. They're thinking playoffs. They're thinking damage in the playoffs, mainly because of their quarterback.
Let's go.
He's a
Let it
guy
go.
that's in MVP
Let it go.
discussion,
Let it go.
and rightly so,
Let it
because
go.
what you said.
Let it go.
Say it one more time. 8.
Yeah, fourth-quarter comebacks, most since 1925.
Travis Swanson.
We get a look now at the offensive starting unit for the Detroit Lions, and one big target they have at tight end is Eric Ebron.
And they are ready for him to fulfill his promise, because he was drafted to be a game breaker. Big target, guy who can block at the line of scrimmage, but really get downfield and make plays against defenders, overmatch them. They haven't seen enough of that yet. They
Shut
want
him
to
down,
touch
shut
it
him
from
down.
2016.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. This rushing attack for Detroit been near the bottom of the league all season long. As of Week 15, under 82 a game. Did they
Don't let him get
every
y'all.
down back next year?
You know me, partner. I always love a guy who can do everything, and that's the guy that I want to build my attack around. So if Amir Abdullah had been able to stay healthy for Detroit...
Oh, he went back. No, that should not be a first down. He.
Riddick would be freed up to do what he
That's
did.
right. 4th and inches. He juked
Catch the
that.
ball in the secondary. But now, Riddick's
Like,
had to take on much more of a load running it, and Dwayne Washington...
there better not be a
rookie, is
challenge
trying to
because he
fill in as
juked
well.
back.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away.
Huh.
Lucky Whitehead back deep for Dallas.
Lucky Whitehead.
And he fields it cleanly.
Let's go.
A good return there, 17
Dak
yards.
Prescott.
And that will come the offense as
On
they
to the
take
field.
over. And here come the Cowboys. And Dak...
They really should have put a video in here for
tackle in
Dak.
Week 15 was he not?
That'd be
Charles,
cool.
32 of 36.
Yeah, didn't throw it downfield very much.
Still says he
That
has
wasn't the real
0%
issue. It was just getting a rhythm,
stats.
getting the ball out to the right people.
I
And the
think
biggest thing for him, as he's done most of this season, is taking care of the ball, not making mistakes with it. And that's just as important sometimes as making the big play downfield.
Quick note on that completion percentage, second highest ever among QBs that attempted 30 or more passes.
Yeah, I think he's going to keep the job for a while.
Probably. Charles, pretty obvious that at this point, Zeke, he's going to, no pun intended, run away with a rushing title this season.
Seriously, did you just say no pun intended?
Everyone always says it's not intended, but it's always intended. It was intended.
It's intended. It's just like when
Whitney.
someone says no disrespect, prepare to be
Press the
disrespected.
wrong
You
button.
know it's coming.
But still first down.
He intended to punt. 159 yards and a touchdown. How great was Zeke in that game, setting everything up for Dallas, taking on the big carries, and carrying them home to a victory against Tampa Bay.
Looking back at Week 15 for Witten, 10 catches, which was a season high, moved him past Terrell Owens into 7th place on the all-time receptions list.
And how about how Dallas just
Gain
moves
of a
the ball
yard.
around, Brandon? I mean, Jason Witten had
Take
10
it.
catches in this game. He's had games this year where he hasn't caught very many passes, but I think he's heating up as they get closer to the playoffs. Let's face it, for any young quarterback, a big-time tight end is almost always going to be his best friend.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Prescott now on 2nd down.
Ooh, Butler wide open.
That's complete. And the
Bryce
stop
Butler
here will
wide
come
open.
at the 38-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection, and he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Go Elliott there.
2nd down, Prescott being chased out left. Now a loose
What?
football. The ball comes out, and it's a scooped up by
That's how you know it's
He's
unrealistic.
able to take this one back.
Back wouldn't fumble on a soft hit like that. Like really?
When I see a play like that,
How soft that was.
reward.
It wasn't even the.
I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point? Whatever you're going to
Kind of
pick
going
up,
slow.
to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the same play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it?
Yeah,
Because you can
yeah.
analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore. Still first round.
Alright, hike the ball now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out.
What is this bullcrap, dude? I'm pressing triangle.
Detroit. Marvin Jones, 68 yards. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead.
That was bull.
Correct me if I'm wrong. That was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing.
Press
to
triangle to
correct
go
at
up to
all. You
pick
got
it, and he just
down
stands
pat.
there.
And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear
no
9
sense.
from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Here we go!
A 2nd down throw for Prescott.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That made me
The man with
mad.
over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. And now the Lions defensive starters.
Ezekiel Ansah out of BYU. We call him Ziggy, and he knows where the quarterback is on every play.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it.
Come.
For the most down.
It's gonna be a good one right here.
On the catch in 2nd and 8.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Prescott yet again. And a hit jarred and loose.
Freaking Dez,
It's
dude.
incomplete.
His catching is
Bryant,
just not
the
as
intended
good as he used to
receiver,
be.
and it's
He's
third
over the
down.
catch.
3rd down and 8 now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8.
What was that?
Lance Dunbar is running back, the intended target, and it's 4th down.
But that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective, because they understood where the first down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground, and when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback, and when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
They come out here in the eye. Riddick with a carry. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. At the end of 1, 7-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in just a moment.
All right, be cool. You got the amazing new iPhone 7 on the house by switching to AT&T. What? And you got unlimited data because you have DirecTV. Okay, just...
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
And unlimited data when you switch to AT&T and DirecTV.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down.
Oh my gosh.
The 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
3rd and 2, Stafford.
What is? Let's go!
The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Detroit runs a lot of short passes.
He's going to field this at the 4. A great return.
Yeah, they do.
22 yards.
Well, I mean, we should have been right there. It's all
Take
right.
over the football with a 1st and 10.
I'm sure
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time.
What's your best opinion on defenses to run for short passes? I just audible out of a cover 2. That's just me, but it sometimes don't really work.
The defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Offense. Oh, defense.
It's
Okay.
one of those ones that is so hard to judge, but defensive holding there, that's what the referee saw.
We don't want to be on the short side.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end.
Oh my gosh, they're reading everything.
Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Well, partner, recently we've had a lot of MVP discussions. Here's the thing I wanted to ask you. A guy like David Johnson,
Everything I throw at him, they read.
but his team's below 500. Should he
Get
be
good
able to win the
reading on
MVP
too.
award?
Personally, I think so. I think what always hurts a guy like David Johnson in that position is if you have other
Let's go,
people
let's go,
having
let's go.
monster
Turn it up.
years as well.
Oh my gosh. Waiting
Whereas
to
the
not trouble.
tiebreaker is who's having a better team season, and that's what ends up eliminating guys like David Johnson. Despite the year he's having, in any normal deal, David Johnson be one of the top 2 guys for the
We
MVP
put
race.
Elliott back in the game so we start running.
Prescott from the gun on third. And this one complete to Witten over
That's
the
a
middle.
first.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I'll put Elliott up there.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give him a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
First down carry by Elliott.
What?
Not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The stop made by Devin Taylor.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, helping to a gain of 2. And that changes.
Well, every time I run a pass play, they put. Okay, there's Elliott. Let's say every time I run a pass play, they always put Alfred up there.
Maybe staying with the ground game.
Prescott now on second down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's third down. Now Prescott. Drops it.
Oh, let's go.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Prescott to throw on 4th.
Let's go. Let's go.
Given 6 on the play, and they're able to get the conversion here on 4th down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualifies. That was a heck of a throw.
A first down throw for Prescott. Escobar with it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good series.
To the air again, Prescott. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams.
Yeah.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Perfect.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris.
Ooh, Alfred trying to trust 2 people.
The 21-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington. Right after this time.
Alfred tried to truck 2 people. Did you see that? That was crazy. I mean, he did, but they just fell straight down.
Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
You got Elliott.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you.
Elliott wide open.
On first and 10,
Wide open.
Prescott.
Whoa, my gosh.
Complete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. And it's
I hate it when the computer does that.
Rookie shot.
Throw it to them and then they don't catch it. It makes no sense.
And the
Makes no sense
seemingly
at all.
endless drive continues.
Alright, your helmet suggested that.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. Now Prescott, caught left side, Williams. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Send Elliott again.
Back to the line now.
Oh, they ain't gonna get on Elliott. They ain't gonna get on Elliott.
Prescott to throw it.
Oh my gosh, why does he keep doing that?
I'm not sure we can
Elliott's already turned upfield.
This third down, they could have run it.
Oh my gosh, I can't risk no
was
more.
available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you
Why
run
did
the ball
Romo hold
that
the ball?
long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
Perfect.
Andre Roberts now to return it. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Nah, it's gonna be on the show. What did he do? Nope, it's on him. Get it back to return to.
They'll come out in the pistol. Stafford on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker,
let's go.
Every time.
Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And now it's second down.
Tight.
So many times when I've been working with you, you've talked about a quarterback dropping it in the bucket or a deep pass.
Oh, boy.
You know where I'm going, right?
I know where you're going.
Ezekiel dropped his body into the bucket. It was his charity bucket behind the end zone against Tampa Bay after scoring a touchdown. How cool was that?
I thought it was one of the greatest celebrations for a touchdown I've ever seen. And you know what? It's a good charity.
Let's go.
Going to feed families during the holiday season.
Yes.
And the numbers have shown that jump into the bucket has helped the bigger jump into the bucket to feed those families. So very cool. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Stafford on third down. It's caught. Jones.
Oh my gosh,
And he
dude.
brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. On first down, it's Stafford. To the right side to Eric Ebron.
Oh my God. How are they not fumbling, dude? Sitting there hit stick and ain't nothing going down.
They move the chains.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Caught on the right side.
Oh my gosh.
Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here. For the second quarter, they don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And with time
Let's see
quickly
what's up with
fading
this,
here in the
like-
second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
No
we'll find
way.
out just how much they try. Guys, in this situation, if they decide to take a shot.
What the hell, dude?
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. There we go with 2nd and 7.
They're going to win.
Second down, Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
Good call.
Now Prescott. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
And when all else fails,
1
as a
second.
defender, when you're not there in the coverage,
Pretty cool.
your best friend is exactly what we saw there.
Hyped
A
about.
big
It's
play
Dallas.
shot taken by the offense.
It's like any other city.
Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Come on, let's go. Let's round. Let's round. Let's round. Let's round.
Final play of the half. Prescott. He's got time. He's going to try and go deep again.
Oh my God. Why are you backing away from the ball, dude?
Halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Cowboys are on the bad end of things at home. We'll have 2 quarters to turn it around. The Lions came in prepared for this game, and it shows in the way they've played. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Offense on the field now after the turnover. Down to late in the first half. Eric Ebron found on the quick pass, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to their own 33-yard line. Still late stages of the second. Stafford's going to complete the pass from the gun, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. The Lions push their lead to 11.
Okay, Larry, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary?
Ran outside.
The offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And incomplete there.
Now they're just playing like, now they just got all of my guys locked up. I don't know how that happened, but they just got that going.
And I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's sitting.
Oh my gosh, dude. Keep your block.
From a year ago, Ziggy Ansah able to drop it for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart. In this case, not so genius.
Oh my gosh, dude.
And down inside the 15 he goes. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Alone to the right is Jones. Stafford on 1st down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Let's see. I'll name off the wins that I played. I played COD, WWE, Battlefield, GTA 3. some other ones. Man, UFC. I just bought UFC last night.
Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Man, they're about to
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it in the end zone.
What about you?
Big time drop.
And Raiders' kick is on the money. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So put another 3 on the board. And all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
Whitehead, the return.
Oh my gosh, Lewis
to the 25-yard line.
How's what? Oh, play the same.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over.
Yeah, dude, when you get your PlayStation, just add me. Play some games, dude. I might, after this, I might just do the Divisional round today. And then I'm gonna do a live stream on COD. Man. It's been a while since I played Call of Duty.
Sometimes coach saying I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here.
Actually, this song for a while.
I'll never give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game.
That
I'm
was
going
a
to
good
be
time to
aggressive
go
on
dead.
offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they got in him.
They really do.
Alright, that's getting annoying, dude.
Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys will take over at the
This game's really ticking me off.
line.
Like, honestly.
Timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
No problem, dude. I'm just gonna probably just gonna sim the rest of the game because Madden's getting annoying to me right now.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I don't know why he's doing
13
this.
yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say this game is speed?
I don't know why they had Dallas's number though.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
Wow.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.
All right.